Hello again, everyone. Miss Egress back again. I'm going to blather on again, I'm sure, for another 5 minutes about something that makes no sense to anybody but myself. It's what I do best. So, my creative process. That's one of the things that they've asked me to talk about, which my creative process is probably as much of a disaster as I am myself. I have about 700 ideas going on in my head at one time, and I'm lucky if I'm able to even get one out into a concrete form. I will see something and it will trigger 17 other ideas, and sometimes that first idea never even ends up coming to the end idea. A lot of my creative process is based off of taking something and making it into something else or something better. So a lot of the vintage china I will purchase and not know what I'm going to do with it. Is it going to have a dirty word put on it? Is it going to have an image put on it? What is that word going to be? And what I will often do is I will get out a great big folding table and I'll unload my totes and totes, and I mean totes and totes, of teacups and saucers, and I'll just see which one speaks to me that day. I'll have teacups in there for 5 or 6 months that I never do anything with, and then one day it just dawns on me, oh, that's perfect for this project. The other thing that I do is I buy fabric for no intended purpose. The great thing about buying all that fabric was when the pandemic hit and we all went into lockdown and I had to close the daycare and I had to close my Etsy shops and nobody knew what the heck was going on and we were all stuck at home. There was a call from a nurse of a friend of mine looking for headbands with the buttons to be made. And of course, nobody could go out and buy supplies, and I happened to have supplies and I had time. And over a 4 week period, I ended up making over 2,000 of these headbands with the buttons and donated them all. And when I ran out of supplies, I put a call out to people that I knew and they donated supplies. So it was wonderful to be able to help out all of those frontline workers and essential workers in a time when we hadn't even processed yet the concept of being locked down. So my fabric cord did come in handy at that point in time. And that's just something I'm very proud of and very touched that I could help so many people everywhere from the Niagara region through to Ottawa, Brampton, someone into the United States. So it just a wonderful feeling. So my fabric hoard, again, I purchase fabric because it appeals to me. There's something about it that I like, and there's never a purpose for it. I have pieces up there that I've had since my son was born, which to me, those pieces are something that symbolizes, his birth and his childhood, and I'll never touch. Maybe if he decides to have kids or where he has his first dorm room, I'll make him something. But for now, they sit there. Some of my recent purchases have been to replenish my stock. I've been having a lot of requests for masks, so I've bought some fabric possibly for those, but most of it sits there until a light dings in my head and goes, oh, this would be perfect for that. I also am constantly dabbling. Like I said, I don't consider myself an artist. I'm a maker. I can't draw to save my life. You can't read my handwriting. My handwriting is as frantic as my thought process and me talking to you right now. But with vinyl work, I find that I can create an image digitally and be able to turn on into something that translates into, like, from a 3D form into a flat vinyl form, and I love being able to do that. One of the things that I don't have in the Etsy store, but I do sell in person, is my pop icon prayer candles. I have done Lizzo, I've done Dwight from The Office, Judge Judy, Dr. Phil, RuPaul, Dolly Parton, Hulk Hogan. I've done a ton of them, and I love them because I love being able to create an image of these pop icons and put them on these prayer candles, and it just, to me, there's something ironic about that. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Does that not surprise you? Uh, I blame it on all the kids that I spend my days with, and I know, you're thinking, people leave their children with me. I am known as Miss JJ, and 9 years of doing this, and they keep sending them back to me, so they must love my type of crazy. My creative process, like I said, it can be simply summed up as frantic and light bulb moments, and that's what I was talking about. Is constantly dabbling. The two newest endeavors that I have that I've been practicing are the acrylic engraving, which is very much like doing the vinyl work. Instead of doing a transfer process, I'm scraping the process away, so it's kind of a natural progression. And then the other thing that I just started doing is wood and leather engraving. And that had to go on hold because my laptop died and I can't do it without the laptop. But the first few results I've had are really exciting, and I'm actually looking forward to doing more PG things with them, like doing memorial portraits on ornaments and stuff like that. So, yeah, if an idea comes in my head, like I said, it can go from here to Mexico and back again and nothing can come of it, or it can go from here to here and it's a great idea.